Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to Pizza Bender Academy, playthrough Quest for Glory 2, Fighter Preparatory to Becoming a Paladin. So many words in that. Alright, so we were just gonna sort of chat with Uhura here. I suppose we should greet her first. Hello, Uhura.
Habari, young adventurer. It is good to have your kind here. Maybe you find work for here too.
Alright, now time to ask about some stuff. So, tell me about yourself.
My name be Uhura. It means freedom in my people's voice.
Okay, so what can you tell me about your people?
My people be very far from here. I be Simbani warrior, but Simbani woman cannot be wife and warrior. So I be coming to Shapir to find father so I can bear child. Now I have Simba and still remain Simbani warrior.
Okay, tell me about your homeland.
My land and people are many months' travel from here.
Okay, tell me about Simba's father.
Simba's father be in the Sultan's guards, strong fighter. He be almost better than me.
I like that word almost.
But not quite.
Alright, tell me about the news.
Always be things going on here. Much to talk about. What you want to know?
Tell me about rumors.
Maybe they be needing new guildmaster here soon, I be thinking. When problems be in Shapir, I be here. When problems be going, I be going.
Alright, tell me about Shapir.
This be a good place to stay while Simba be so small. Soon he'd be big enough to travel. Then we'd be going back to my home.
Alright, that opened up a lot of dialogue options. Alright.
Not sure why, really.
Tell me about the Adventurers Guild.
This place I be working while Simba be small. I be good fighter, good adventurer. You need help fighting, I be good teacher too.
Okay, tell me about just
Maybe we practice combat skills, you and I.
tell me about your work.
Rakesh be saying that bad things happen here soon. Bad magic, he come down, somebody has got to stop him. Maybe you. Hint, hint.
Foreshadow, foreshadow. Tell me about Rakesh.
Rakesh be very fine warrior. He knows how to be gentle and kind, too. Very wise, very strong, but his leg be plenty bad. Hurt him all time.
Okay, tell me about his leg.
Rakesh's leg be broken badly in fight long time. It did not heal right.
Tell me about that book over there.
That be where you sign in to be adventurer in Shapir.
Quest board?
There be jobs, plenty rewards for good adventurers. There'll be many more before I come here, but I be taking care of Simba too much now for jobs.
Just like in Spiel.
Tell me about rewards.
The Sultan be very wise and generous. Sometimes he has Rakesh give rewards to those who have done things for him.
Alright,
That be the motto of the EOF. Read it.
Tell me about EOF.
Men join to show off muscles and talk big.
Okay.
I'm not passing judgment.
So, tell me about the fountain.
You'll be finding fountain if you go east of this plaza.
Okay, I've kind of been there already, but tell me about the inn.
Hear many good things about your friends at the inn. They be heroes to the other kata, so that you be hero too.
Tell me about katas.
Katas, they be good hunters if you get them away from the city.
I don't think she loves city dwellers too much. Tell me about heroes.
To be real hero here, you need to become Paladin.
I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
One very special a Paladin be. Talk to Rakesh. He be knowing very much about Paladins.
Okay,
In the plaza of the fountain be the man who makes things to help people. He always needs things to be making what he does.
tell me about Ishar.
That man has more muscles than he has brains. He makes good weapons though. His swords be very fun.
Dinarthan.
Go to the east and then go south when you must. Follow the road and you'll be finding him.
Okay, keep on laughing.
That be a very strange man, I think. His shop of magic be east of here in the plaza of the fountain.
And tell me about Simba.
Simba means lion in my language. Rakesh says he sounds like a lion when he cries.
So she does
Okay.
know some verb conjugation.
Shh. Tell me about the desert.
No place for fools. Too hot in the day, too many monsters at night. Very easy to get lost and never come back from there.
Tell me about the monsters.
Many monsters live in the desert. You be going there, you need to watch for jackalmen and ghouls at night. During day, you find brigands, scorpions, and pterosauruses. Always a problem.
Ah, yay. I got a sound cue saying I did something right. Tell me about jackalmen.
One jackalman not be all that tough, but many jackalmen be wearing down even good fighters. Keep the rest of pack off your flank at all cost.
Okay, tell me about ghouls.
Ghouls be bad magic things only out at night. They eat the dead, but they will not be picky if they get a chance to eat you. They steal your life and then use it to cast spells against you. Avoid their spells and kill them quickly while they be weak. Don't know where that came from.
Veek. Tell me about brigands.
Brigands be only moderate fighters, but they can still kill unprepared victims. You'll be fine as long as you attack and defend better than they do.
That's usually true in a fight. Tell me about scorpions.
If you be fighting scorpion, you must watch the tail. If the tail gets you, you'll be plenty sick, maybe dead unless you get healing. Scorpion not be very smart fighter though.
What about pterosauruses?
Dinosaur thing with many claws and teeth. It likes to eat people. Look out when it leaps at you. If it can tear you up, it can tear you up if you do not dodge. A few weeks ago, one pterosaurus approached city and invade pen, tried to kill riding sauruses. Rakesh was nearby and helped gate guard slay it. Now head hangs here on wall.
And griffin?
Strong fighter with claws and beak it be. Tear you to shreds unless you dodge and fight better.
Yeah, okay. And tell me about Roger.
Very bad things happen there. Maybe they start to happen here. I be hoping not. I be strong fighter, but such things come with bad magic. Harder to fight magic with a spear.
That's a little bit of foreshadowing for the next game. Okay, so maybe
Foreshadowing me?
standard Guildhall quest board. One of the less unusual things in this room. Okay. Let's see. There will be given to the one who restores the Emir Aras al-Din to his rightful place in the palace at Rajir, the sum of 1,000 dinars, by order of the Sultan Harun
Harun
Rashid.
al-Rashid.
Sorry.
It is worth noting that you do not start the next game with 1,000 dinars.
You totally get cheated.
I'm not actually sure if the EGA version offers that
The
much.
Walk of the Paladin. To seek, to learn, to do. Now, really, that doesn't match up with what we learn about paladins the rest of the time, but who cares? This one says wanted. He who is willing to brave the desert seek... Blah, blah, blah. Apparently I can't talk today, sorry. Harak Atar, in his shop, at the sign of the mortar and pestle by the fountain. That one shall find rewards for his courage. Just for going to the desert, apparently. Actually, what they want is ingredients. Those who do service to the city and land of Shapir shall know the rewards of goodness by order of the Sultan Harun al-Rashid again. And I think this one says notice. So, those are jobs we can pursue. Oh, let's look at this plaque here.
The whirling part of a dervish seems like a lot more of a mystery than it ends up being.
That's true. There's a logo for the Eternal Order of Fighters. There's some text written on the plaque.
I like the logic of you have to click the
Lay hand on things to read them. Well,
I-
that's how you read, right? It's all in Braille.
That's it, of course.
If you got real guts and don't know the meaning of fear, if you've got real muscle and don't take guff from no one, if you've got a real weapon and know how to use it, then maybe you are good enough to join the Eternal Order of Fighters. They sound like a real pleasant group. We pick only the best to join, and we'll be watching you. So don't just be good. Be great. Be a member of EOF. Eternal Order of Fighters, the guts, the glory, the greatest. And they're so humble, too.
Humility is very important if you're a fighter.
Apparently.
Otherwise, you can't be eternal.
The logs, for the most part, written in a language you can't read. How convenient. You sign your name in the book with a flourish.
How you do that in Braille is a mystery, but...
I'm very good at it. I do it with a flourish. The last entry is Delenn, hero of Spielberg. This is a head of a rare southern moose. You can tell by the hat.
Otherwise, I would not know that was a moose. No.
No, that's right. Now, I could look at a whole bunch of other stuff in this room, but none of it is really of any significance.
I might do that when I'm playing through. That will be the place to see just how good a fighter you are. I get tired of not using spear and shield for so long a while. Maybe you and I will go check out skills there. No throwing things though. Only melee fighting.
Okay, now sometimes the fight system here works and sometimes it doesn't, so we'll just have to see.
Yeah,
I think it's mapped correctly this time, but
they did a major overhaul here. This be the training area. Sometimes Rakesh and I spot here when his leg not be hurting. They did a massive overhaul of the combat system for the remake. If you have some spare time, we can practice a bit together. You may be warrior, but there's still plenty of things to learn about combat. So what we've got is a new combat system that...
yeah, well...
Why don't you go in and try to configure the keys now? That might be helpful.
That might be good. So, here we've got our combat options.
And they actually added an auto battle thing, which you don't see in the original series until the 4th game. Kind of cool.
Now, I prefer not to use that. And then here you have different keys that you can set for the different...
So that's 7 right now, so why don't you press 7 and make sure that it still thinks that's the same. Yeah. Okay. For some reason, sometimes the number pad...
This one is supposed to be 9, but you have to define it.
I think it depends on if numlock is on or off and other stuff, and... So, better safe than sorry.
I'm just gonna go and fix all these right now.
The good thing about it is that we will only have to do this once.
Yeah, per playthrough.
Per playthrough.
Might do it off camera for the other ones.
Yeah.
Even though I know this is so exciting.
They did really transform the combat system. It's much more interesting than the original one. And I love the original game, I'm just saying this is way more involved. And yes, you also get to use...
Okay, that one's already defined.
I think that should be fine. I think the number pad is the only thing that's an issue.
So hopefully now I will actually be able to.
Unguarded.
I accidentally clicked on the floor, sorry. Okay. We will just go through the tutorial.
You may be wanting to know some basic combat actions. I'd be happy to teach you. This won't hurt much.